Hey, another quick daily update. Today is hashtag New Comic Day. What did you pick up today? And more importantly, how many copies of Death Metal Dark Knights, did, Legends of the Dark Knights, did you pick up? Since that's the spec book of the week. Um, I've already seen, dare I say, assholes posting showing, 20, 30 copies. Like, that's why we can't have nice things because the speculator market is alive and well. I'm really looking forward to the speculator collector's market just crashing and burning. Yep, that's right, I said it. Um, I don't think guys that guys and gals that are just cover artists because there's more money. They get. I think they might actually get paid more to do covers than to do interiors, which is a shame. Personally, I think if you do the cover, you should have to do the interior. That should be part of the contract. Um, bottom line. Like if you're good enough to do a cover, you're good enough to do the inside. But that's just me ranting. And I hate all these uh, convention dealers that market themselves as comic book companies or what have you. Uh, they're dishing out like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month to have multiple, dealer exclusives, trade dress, and virgin variant, and there's only this many of these, so we're going to charge you for the 50 virgins that we have. Uh, 40% of what it cost us to make them. So, I'm all for capitalism and profit, but, you know, this is just a bunch of bloodsuckers figuring out, how can we milk the comic book market. And they're doing it, and I see mostly younger collectors doing this, buying these. And I know some of them. And I mean, it's not like I've never bought any of them. I have. Matter of fact, I just sold one. Um, and I mean, I've got a couple more that I'm probably gonna, you know, just get rid of. I mean, the only ones that I'd want like that if they're, a big key issue, and I've already read that copy. See, I actually buy books to read them. If I buy multiple copies, I read one of the copies. I actually read the damn book. People that just buy, books and they put them in the plastics right there at the store. Put them in bags and boards at the store. Uh, duct tape duct tape them shut, hermetically seal them. So you know the only time it's going to be opened is if they send it into CGC or CBCS. There's another thing that grinds my gears. The CGC snobs. I understand the whole thing with PGX because PGX, in my opinion, is a bullshit rating company, and everybody knows that. Um, but CBCS is just as good as CGC, and better in some facts because prior to recently, CGC used to, unless they personally eyewitnessed the signature, if it was an unwitnessed signature, they wouldn't verify the signature. They would just say, yeah, book is damaged, 6.0, opposed to CBCS, who actually would, it would cost you more money, but for a few bucks more, you could get the signature verified. And, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I just started ranting out of nothing. Jeez. Somebody chime in and tell me to shut the hell up. Anyhow, hopefully people that are new to the channel have been watching some back episodes of stuff we've done. I'm trying like hell to get new guests on the show. They're not being very cooperative. I got like 50 responses from one post in one indie comic group of new up and coming creators, but everybody said they wanted to be on the show until it was time to respond to me to book them on the show. And I had one guy has nothing published. He had one book that wasn't under his own publishing that was supposed to come out under somebody else's. So I worked with somebody else, and they already had a publisher, or they had their own publishing company. Basically, meaning that they slap their stamp on it and they just go to a printer. But because of COVID, it never got done. And if it's at an actual publisher and it's just an indie one shot, it probably won't get made till next year or the year after, if at all. And so, he's working on a new book, but he's only a quarter of the way through writing it. So I'm like, so you want to come on the show and talk about nothing? Why don't you just mark me as a saved contact on social media and get back to me when you have something that's just about ready to come out, or that you're doing crowdfunding for? So, it's either ready to come out, it's being Indiegogo'd or Kickstarted, or it's actually been released, or you've self-published, whatever. And, there's stuff that I can show people, because that's what I'm here to do. Show new projects that might, catch your eye, or a story that you think sounds cool and that you'd like to read, and get things going. We're also working more on getting established creators on the show. I'm always, egging on the publishers and distributors to be like, if you have any creators that have stuff launching, or they're in the middle of a series and they just want to come on and, talk about the book, what have you, I go, let's get this going. Cullen Bunn just launched another Kickstarter, another horror book. And I'm sure he's got Rogue Planet, already in the can. That miniseries already done. But it's a great series, by the way. If you haven't read it and you're a horror and a sci-fi fan, it's a must-have. It's really good. I highly recommend that one. But I asked him, if he wanted to come on the podcast, and he said, yeah. And he always agrees to come on the one of our podcasts, and then we don't hear from him for like another 3 or 4 months because he's so busy. When when you have books coming out from, self-published by yourself, plus, 2 or 3 other, you know, publishers. It's like next to impossible to get, a minute to do anything. It'd be like trying to get Jeff Lemire on a podcast, on anybody's podcast or TV show to talk about anything. It's like, well, I can't really talk right now because I'm writing 17 different books. Okay, well, good luck with that. He doesn't need luck. Jeff Lemire's the golden child. So anyhow, I've got one person that claims they want to come on tonight, and it took them like 5 hours to pick a time. So I'm not holding my breath that they're actually showing up. So tonight may or may not happen. If you see, in your notifications, and if you haven't, smash the like buttons and make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit the bell for the notifications. If you don't hit the bell and select all, they will not send you push notifications that, we're live here on the channel. So please do that. I'd like to get some interaction with people that are, actually watching, and get some feedback on some of the shows that you might be seeing here. On top of my, ranting and raving over stuff here. On top of that, trying to get that going. I think it's tomorrow night. Let me double check. Yes, tomorrow night, Thomas and I will be going live on the Outright Geekery Facebook page. I think right around 8:00 sometime. And we're going to be doing our normal deep dive into a comic. This will be the newest comic that we've ever dove into on OK Boomer. That's right, OK Boomer, the podcast. Only on the Outright Geekery Facebook page. I had picked a book last week and then realized it was, they made it like a larger issue. So it's a Marvel thing. So we're going to make it a larger issue so we can charge more money. And then there's 2 mini stories in the beginning. So there's one 5 to 8 page story, and then it stops. And then there's another 5 to 8 page story, and they're both titled in the book, and then it stops. And then the entire back half of the book is New Mutants Volume 1, Issue 27. So instead of doing that, I dove through some books, and I came across from 2011. It doesn't seem like that long ago. Jeez. So freaking old. Okay, Boomer. We are going to look at Wolverine and the X-Men, issue 1. Gomer from This Geek in Comics claims that that's his favorite run of the X-Men was that one. I don't know about that. I know I collected most of them, but we're still working on getting all my stuff back here. But I do have a guest for Creators Outlet on Friday night. And at least this dude is super stoked to be on. So if there's nothing on tonight, hey, just read those new comics. If you do go live, check out the show, because this is, these are people, a lot of these people are people, I don't know. And, it's just, I hit up, people on, Kickstarter. I message creators on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, and, I jump into some of these, indie comic book groups, on Facebook, or, I come across a new creator on, Instagram or Twitter, or I hear about a new creator from our friends over at Lost in Comics. And, that's all it is. So this week there is a ton of great new books coming out. There's some independents in there, and lots of great stuff from DC this week. Justice League, of course, the Joker War stuff going on, and of course the death metal stuff. Don't miss that, because that's probably going to impact Joker Who Laughs, and I guess they're supposedly him in this, which would be a first, because now he's the Venom of the DC universe. He's kicked Harley Quinn off her pedestal, and but that's all I got for now. I'm done ranting and raving. Hopefully I'll see you in a live show tonight. If not, I will be on the OG Facebook page tomorrow night with Thomas for OK Boomer, taking a dive into Wolverine and the X-Men issue #1. And then Friday night I will be back here with a guest for Creators Outlet. I will also be that goes simultaneously. Anything I do live here, not the daily show, but anything Creators Outlet that I do comes live to the YouTube channel here and goes live to the Outright Geekery Facebook page as well. So wherever you'd rather watch it, I'd rather have you watch it here and make comments, and if you're watching the show, definitely chime in, with any questions you might have, anything you want to say, and I will do my best to address it. Yeah. And I guess the big news of today, really, and entertainment news, is Disney rips off customers with $30 Mulan price after losing billions. So Disney apparently wants to recoup the billions of dollars it lost with Mulan by putting it on the D Plus network, but charging you $30 if you watch it. What the fuck? I don't know if that's a buy it, like in the theaters now kind of thing, or if it's, a pure rental. It's like, here you go, it's a $30 rental because this should be in the theaters, and it's not because of COVID, or the re-release should be in theaters, but it's not because of the COVID, and who knows. Anyhow, that is going to be all for me for right now. Hopefully, I'll see you later on tonight with hopefully a guest that shows up. If not, the next two nights, tomorrow night in the Outright Geekery page for OK Boomer, and Friday night right here and there for Creators Outlet, and possibly tonight. Who knows? I'm trying to line people up for like the next couple of weeks, and the 18th of this month. So what's that? Next Tuesday? I think so. Yeah. Next Tuesday, I think, is the 18th, and we'll have, or whenever the 18th is, we're going to have Benjamin and Jeffrey, the creators of The Talking Dead. That's right. We're going to be getting green on the night of the 18th. Get ready.